Hi, I'm Andrew Smith of Virginia Farm Bureau's Governmental Relations Department.
And I'm Stephanie Talon, also with Farm Bureau Government Relations.
Stephanie, it was a big week for Virginia Farm Bureau. We had Legislative Day at the Capitol. How'd that go?
I thought it was great. We had a wonderful turnout from our members. Almost 100 members from across Virginia came in person to Richmond to meet with legislators. I've still heard from legislators this week about how much they enjoyed those conversations. I think some of our members got to get in with folks that they might not necessarily have gotten to meet in previous years. So overall, I think it was a great success. Really appreciate our members handing out fact sheets related to some of our critical issues of bills that are going through the General Assembly right now. And the timing actually couldn't have been better. So several of our critical issues that we presented to our members, who then presented those to legislators, they were actually heard in committee this week. So it really did make a difference bringing those sheets around and sharing how Farm Bureau members feel about those issues that are going through the General Assembly right now.
I appreciate you mentioning that, Stephanie, because I had some of those bills that our members talked about in committee, and really appreciate they going around and talking about our support and talking about the bill's content with the members of the legislature. I just want to mention some of those, if I may, at this time, and one is farm use placards, the unlicensed farm vehicle issue that's been so much abuse by non-farmers. Especially during COVID, we've seen even more the last couple of years, where people would go to the local farm supply store and buy the placard that says farm use, and they're not really meeting the exemptions under code that farmers have to be able to, haul product to market and things like that. So we had three bills. One, Senator Hanger had Senate Bill 186. Delegate Ronnie Campbell from Rockbridge area had House Bill 33, and Delegate Bloxham from the Shore had House Bill 179. Now, those two House bills were rolled together. Delegate Campbell's was rolled into Delegate Bloxham's bill. They're in the posture that we like them within the content, as well as Senator Hanger's bill passed committee. All of these bills passed committee this week, and what they do, they set up something through DMV where the farmer would go, very similar to the registered farm vehicle tag, sign a statement saying where their farm is, what they grow or produce, and that they would follow the exemptions, and there's a one-time fee. And we really appreciate those legislators working with us on that. The other one I'll mention that the members went around, one of the bills dealing with solar. Delegate Hodges has a bill that it did call on the Department of Energy, but now it calls for the State Corporation Commission, to pull together a task force of members from different sectors, including ag and forestry, to analyze the life cycle of solar, including the impact on things like farming and forestry. So that passed committee as well. How about you? Did you have any?
We did. Several of the issues that our members talked about on Legislative Day were discussed in the House Agriculture Committee. I will mention House Bill 830, chief patroned by Delegate Tony Wilt and chief co-patron Delegate Michael Webert. This bill would direct the Department of Agriculture to create a strategic plan to increase the meat processing capacity within Virginia. This was a topic that was discussed in both the full House Agriculture Committee and the House Agriculture Subcommittee this week. A lot of interest in buying local from all across Virginia. Even Northern Virginia legislators are interested in that as well, but unfortunately our members just can't meet up with that demand because of the lack of processing facilities across the state. So a lot of interest in looking into what we can do to support that and grow that industry. So that bill did pass the House Agriculture Subcommittee, and I think we're moving forward in a good position there with that one. The other one I will mention is House Bill 1089 by Delegate Kathy Tran. This would have put additional requirements related to the pesticide paraquat, requiring the Department of Health to list the health risk associated with paraquat on their website, requiring the Department of Agriculture to collect information where paraquat is applied, the frequency, the volume, those types of things. We did oppose this bill just because there are many regulatory processes in place already at both the state and federal level to cover the information related to how to safely apply and use paraquat, and this bill did fail to pass the House Agriculture Subcommittee. Another one, not in agriculture, actually heard in House Commerce and Energy Committee, is related to the multiple employer welfare arrangements. And this bill, several versions of this bill, but it would allow agricultural organizations as a 501c5 to establish a MIWA, or a multiple employer welfare arrangement, as a step towards being able to offer small group health benefit plans and another additional member benefit for our members. So Farm Bureau did support that bill. There were many different versions of the House, which were all rolled rolled into one by Delegate Kathy Byron. That's House Bill 884, and that did pass the House Commerce and Energy Committee this week and is headed to the full House. The Senate version by Senator Monty Mason also moved forward, but is re-referred to Senate Finance and Appropriations to look at that fiscal impact. But again, Farm Bureau did support that, and those are moving forward. Now, Andrew, I know we covered several kind of critical issues on Legislative Day, the ones that were pulled for our members to talk about on that particular day that they were there. But that's not all of the bills that are going through the General Assembly. We still have a lot of others that we're working on, and I know you in particular have a few of those.
Yeah, I do, and I have several first thing Monday morning. But this past week, I had a bill in the Finance Committee, both sub and the full committee, that we requested. We talked to Delegate Orrick before session about an issue we have where the form for revalidation for the land use taxation program, we think it needs to be more uniform, and he put in a bill calling on the Department of Taxation to develop the form, and he did add an amendment and enactment clause that they would do that in consultation with Commissioner Revenues from different areas of the state. So we think that's a good bill, and that would give some more uniformity to that program, and it really helps like landowners that own land in multiple jurisdictions, that they would have the same form in different jurisdictions. So we're very happy that that bill is moving forward.
Great, that's good to hear. Well, those are just a few of the bills that we've been working on this past week, but make sure you're signed up for our weekly email updates if you're a member to get a full list of all the bills that heard action, saw action this week, and we'll be back with you next week for another video update. Thanks for following along.